Greetings and salutations, and we are live with Game 16 of IGF League of Legends. And today the competition is going to take place between Team Hentai with Senpai and Team Awaken. This will be the last match of the losers bracket round 3, and the conclusion of this will show basically be interesting from the looks of it because we have personal friends playing on both sides of the team as usual. Both teams seems to be ready. Uh, Sides are ready. Start. Um. Oh wait. Oh my God, they're playing around. So, all right. Um. As always, with me in the casting chair is amazing Azel Mesavan Silva. Well known for the knowledge that he has been sprouting since the start of the streaming of these League of Legends matches. Meza, would you like to do your thing? Introduce yourself to the crowd as usual.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in for, I think, there are two matches today, right, Moon? Or is this the last one for the day?
No. Contrary to popular belief, one of the matches ended up getting postponed to the 17th.
Right.
Probably the 18th. We'll find out. Schedule will be updated accordingly. These days, a lot of people seem to have trouble making it to matches, but you know, being a community tournament, we do our best to you know, help them.
Because, but regardless, we are, I believe, seeing the opponents that Nisha Sticks team faced yesterday, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
You would be. Let us see if you're correct. Yes, you are correct. Hentai with Senpai was indeed the team that Nishal faced yesterday.
Alright, I am unfortunate I could not stay for the entire match yesterday because I got ganked IRL by the Silong Electricity Board. So
Of course, you got smited IRL.
yes, exactly. But regardless, let's check the ban phase going on right now. Blue team has decided to ban away Yasuo, Zed, and Darius. Pretty interesting bans that I have not seen in the previous few games where they've mainly been banning ADCs and top laners, but I believe that means Red Team has a really good melee assassin player. But on the side of
Oh no!
I think Edimuto disconnected. Is it?
Well, as per regulations, we need to figure out exactly what happened before we proceed. Could be a power cut and could be anything. And while Discord is enough of an element for us to find out. Actually, you know what? Yes. Give me a moment, folks. Stream will go back to the May. Please wait stream once more. I will get back once I get confirmation. And we conversed with both teams and made sure that both sides are perfectly fine. Friendly League! Please start. Yeah, you can't.
Surprising to be sure, but welcome on.
Well, that's the beauty of the league, people, man. They get such a bad rep because of the kind of game they play, but they're really just wholesome. You know, these things happen. But of course, that doesn't mean we can dilly-dally go ahead and let every single DC or cut being like we can't okay everything. But both sides mutually seem to be okay with it, and they're continuing with the same ban. And we can only assume that the competition is on par now. Yes, with the Nasus ban, the game stage is set to what it was before. Well, SLT seems to be ganking us quite a bit lately.
Definitely. I mean, what can I say? We do have, first of all, the infrastructure here out in Sri Lanka, so not really surprised.
Yeah, honestly not fun, but gaming is still a beloved hobby in Sri Lanka, and no matter how many hardships come our way, in so far as the government infrastructure, people still hang on. And oh boy, we need to hang on for dear life.
That is true. But here with the ban, again, I'm really still surprised by the Nasus ban. I always get caught off guard by it because Nasus is such a useless champ, and maybe it's little Nasus X who usually plays it. I mean, again with his name, but
the name.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not that hard to neutralize Nasus. But regardless, it is a Viego first pick into a Silas P2 and a Vayne P3. So again, I would assume Vayne is gonna go to ADC. I don't think there's gonna be a top Vayne.
I hope not. Top Vanes make my blood boil and make me angry.
Yes, ideally. I mean, who likes range top laners? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But it's pretty interesting though to see a Silas P2 here without seeing good ults. But then again, they do pick Mordekai's onto top lane, which gives Silas another good ult to steal.
I see.
So there is two ways that blue team can go ahead with this. If the Silas player is proficient enough, they should probably try to avoid picking any champions that have good ultimate abilities, that have good utility, because if Silas can steal them, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, but I guess Jinx is not too bad. Definitely two hyperscalers onto the bot lane if Quaid is going to say. And how will they round up?
Two hyperscalers, of course, we saw how that worked out pretty well in the very last game that we streamed as well. It was competency upon competency, both teams pushing to the left, pushing to the right. It was like practically watching holy cow, I may have forgotten the English term for it. The tug of war. It was like watching a tug of war with
exactly, but here we can see an Aatrox pick. So a red team is going for a very, very spicy draft. I really like it. There's a lot of I guess volatility towards top lane as usual. I've actually seen I believe the Sri Lankan meta at this point is basically gang top wins top lane, usually gets to just snowball, and then they just transfer that lead towards bot side. But hopefully here, compared to the previous days, I do hope that the Aatrox will just shut down the Mordekaiser somehow, or at least doesn't get put back behind the lane.
We all would love to see some top dominance, some one-sided top play, and some hard-headed tier 0 tower pushing just happen on the top lane. That would be a dream. As a Garrett main, that's what I want to see.
A bit of a interesting ban with Yoni there. I mean, already mid and top is already picked. I'm not really sure what they were expecting here.
What if it was like 1,000 IQ way of going, we don't care, we have this in the bag?
Possibly, yeah. I guess they just didn't know the ban. As I've told in previous matches as well. Sri Lankan League of Legends do not care for the meta, like global meta. So I guess comfort picks, as soon as the comfort picks are off, it's just do whatever you want, I guess. So, but
That
here
is
you can see, sorry to interrupt you, a Brom counter. I mean, a Brom pick onto red side so that Vayne will have a safer laning phase. But then on blue side, it's a Jinx melee, and oh boy, do they scale hard. So it's both two disengaged supports. I'm not really sure how they're gonna, get anything done. But Brom and Vayne will have little pressure early on.
and of course the surprising Veiga pick from AD Muthu. That this is gonna be very interesting. If I remember correctly, in one of the previous games, AD Muthu ended up playing Ari. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, it was Ari.
Very versatile pick of AP champs on his end. Very scary considering his name. Do you think AD Muthu's true potential will come the day he starts playing AD mid laners?
I mean, I do hope that he'll lane swap at some point to ADC because then he will carry weight to his name.
It's
But
like an ancient spell. The true power will come out when he adheres to the prophecy.
exactly. So, but with all that away and with all the picks, and they picked what? A Vladimir. No, I'm not really sure. I think it's an Aatrox jungle on its side.
Could be Silas jungle, Vladimir mid, and Aatrox top.
Could be, but Silas jungle as of right now is not that good because they kinda. I mean, okay. Ideally, okay, from the way that it looks, of course, it's probably gonna be a Silas jungle, and I don't think a bet is necessary for that. But
just ego points, you know.
Okay, I think Vayne will go jungle. I don't know. What do you think?
Vayne, you think Vayne will be what again?
Vayne will be jungling.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope not.
No, obviously not, right? But of course, here the issue is the reason why I was a bit confused is because Silas's jungle, I believe, damage numbers were nerfed a bit a couple of patches ago, so he's not as strong. His early game clear is pretty weak, and this will allow Viego to probably counter jungle him and even probably get a kill lock towards that. So it's a bit surprising, honestly. I'm not expecting, but if he does get the ball rolling, if he does get out of his first clear unharmed, he will be a threat. And also he has a lot of good ults to steal. Melee ult pretty strong. Vega ult, I mean, you know how Vega
I
ult
know
is
how it works. It's
exactly right.
terrifying.
Exactly, and then he gets to steal Mordecai's ult. So I guess it'll work, but he will have to be very careful towards the first 3 levels. So around before 5 minutes, he needs to not he needs to get vision down. He needs to make sure he doesn't get invaded. So I hope to see a lot of vision going down towards the side that Silas is going to clear towards, and hopefully his laners will rotate to help him out. That is the thing.
And also, some important news coming from our end to yours. As you know, I am the multi-talented individual who has been game mastering and doing my best to cast as well. However, due to not necessarily unforeseen, but however, due to unmanageable circumstances, when the LAN tournament does end up happening for finals at whatever undisclosed location where it could be, wink wink, I will not be able to be there. And these days there are talks of a new mysterious game manager to rise in the horizon to take my place. Now I wonder who it'll be, wink wink, but I think it'll be a very familiar figure to all of you. Of course, all of these have to be discussed for early on, and we need to figure things out. But do be saddened by the thought that I won't be able to see you guys there, because I know I am sad. We have 30 seconds before the match begins. Meza, any team that you're particularly pining for this time around?
I mean, not really, I guess, because here I would say it's more of an equal matchup thing. Because red side is full of scaling, but blue side is also full of scaling. So it's really gonna be which team plays team fights better, and pretty much snowballs. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Let me of course, you're currently seeing the default looking for a game to capture screen. I am ashamed that it is there, but do not worry, that'll be gone soon. That'll be gone soon as the game loads. Mesa, scaling regardless. Okay, and let's cast our eye away from the tournament for a moment. What are your thoughts about the two teams that we currently have in the semifinals about to face themselves? Bench Boys versus Team Ascension. Uh, who do you think will come up on top? Because we both know both of those teams are just insane.
You mean the teams that are currently playing right now, right?
No, not these
Oh,
two teams. We're taking,
which one?
Team Ascension, Nishal's team, and
Okay.
Bench Boys, Kasa.
Kasa's team. All right. So, I mean, of course, I believe when we saw yesterday's game with Nisha going against Hentai Senpai, their jungler, I mean, Love2 was doing a lot of good things, and I've heard that he's a very, very good jungler. So, honestly, if he gets to, exert his pressure way before uh, Kasa's team does, it's gonna be a tough match because the only weak point I've seen up to now on Nishal's team is Hydra, as he has been losing multiple lane matchups towards top lane, and but I guess every team has the weak-sided point. I mean, of course, Love2 and Nishal's take play a pretty strong bot lane, so as long as they can snowball through bot lane and not make any mistakes.
Spectator data error. Happens to the best of us, don't worry folks. I'm reconnecting back into the game and we'll be back before you know it. The league has been doing that for a while. This is the third time during a tournament stream that Riot has decided to let the spectator data download fail and send me back to lobby. But that won't be an issue, give it a few moments and we will be back on track. Please. While the game connects, let's take a look at the comments. Vima, the message is he has some interesting thoughts regarding how the matchup will go, and he claims that Raven will solo and it'll be an easy Bench Boys W.
I mean, surely. I mean, I still hope to see a banger of a game, regardless. So, I believe is the winner from today's match going on towards fighting those teams, or what's the format gonna be like?
The winners of today's match will go for one more losers round, and from that point onwards, that'll be the final bracket within the losers bracket, and the winner of that will end up in the finals.
Right. So, who is the favorite? What is the favorite team to go through the losers bracket?
Favorite team within the losers bracket.
Yes.
Now, this is the moment where I would like to keep my mouth shut. Because I am friendly with every single one of those teams.
I mean, surely Manik as a professional, game master and referee, all that, you should probably be able to make a prediction. Sure, you can do that.
As a professional game master, I would like to say... Anyways, the game has begun. Mesa, what do you think about how things have been going so far? Look, they're already dispersing into their lanes. J-Ben seems to have trouble staying in the game, disconnecting and reconnecting, but nobody seems to be jumping for pauses here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Of course, we can see as our game master does not give his opinion about this. Regardless, he'll let it slide. I thought I would notice, but without that, I would appreciate if the scoreboard was perhaps aligned.
Of course, I will do that for you right now, sir. Give me a moment.
Thank you.
And the scoreboard is now aligned.
All right, thanks. So of course, it is Silas Jungle to my surprise, I guess. But because I would love to see if Stroke will identify that Silas is going to be weak and actually invade him onto his red buff. But compared to all the other matches that we watched, this time Viego's actually starting on the top side, so he's not gonna be looking towards a ganker's top side most probably, unless he plans to go for a level 2 invade of red buff, which I hope he does.
Of course. And I also hope that you would acknowledge the fact that my prediction as to who top mid and jungle would be is absolutely correct.
Oh yeah, I was actually hoping Vayne would go jungle, but I was wrong, I guess. I guess we had to all take our L's sometime.
Yes.
But without that, so Viego is actually not going to invade Silas, which is very interesting. Even though he would not have lane trial, I would have preferred if he had gone for the invade here. So I think it's not the most optimal. Oh, actually, is he going? He did clear out his top quadrant and he's looking for a gang topside. Hard to say. He is a skill and yeah. Okay.
And Stroke using the opportunity to come in. Misses this cube.
I mean, of course, but there is still potential here. Viego does get the stun off. It possibly is a kill. Of course, Conquest onto Viego. Will he get the kill? I think he will.
That goes to Viego.
A good, 3-camp gank on the top side. Silas is here, but he's a bit too late. Viego, of course, took a chunk of damage there, so he might have recall and then go and clear his bottom side quadrant. Regardless,
it's
good,
a good start for Hentai.
Yeah, Senpai.
Yes. I would call him Hentai.
Sure. So, regardless, I mean, still a solid plan here, getting the Aatrox, behind early on. It's not going to affect him too much as the way we's pushing towards him, so he might be able to maintain a freeze towards topside, which will be problematic towards Mordecai because he did not get the kill there and it was Viego. So ideally, I would say the most suitable option there was to counter jungle, set the Silas behind, because of course the early game, damage is pretty weak. But I guess he still got a lead off of that, so we can probably see how he's gonna snowball off that. Of course, AD Mutu does run out of mana here, but of course,
Sage just stands there until Blackbeard decides to suck out the blood out of his system.
I mean, of course, definitely, and
bite the back in the ass, but no, he survives.
Yeah, of course, and he still had a pot left, and I believe he's gonna try to push in the wave before he recalls, which is be a smart move since he does not have teleport. Could be a bit problematic. We of course see a chunk onto Mordekaiser beforehand. Emilio trying to stop the base onto Vayne, and Jinx just stops it regardless. So the problem here is, since Vayne is supposed to recall early on, the Jinx gets shoved in the wave and then probably get a plate as well and then back. So she's gonna have the gold advantage here. As Vayne's recall timer is kinda
I see, so would you say blue side is having quite the best start that they can have in this game?
Currently yes, but we have also seen teams that have massive lead that is early on and just completely send it, after 15
and
20 minutes.
We will never forget games like that.
Of course, never. I mean, everyone loves a good comeback story. Right?
Of course, 7 Penny called for a DC, but he reconnected almost immediately. So this game should be unpaused relatively soon.
Of course. So from now on, Silas is not going to have that much of a hard time clearing out his jungle. Again, very unfortunate that what I mentioned happened between the two junglers, but yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. I get the feeling that if I continued playing the background music that I've been playing right now, I'm gonna get flamed again. So I stopped it. But yes, from the looks of it, AD Muthu's team, the ADC seems to have DC'd. So Hopefully this won't be a long pause. And the brutal truth is,
A summoner has reconnected.
oh, I didn't have to say anything. He just reconnected. But I'm winnable. From the other team also has called for a wait here. Meza, to pass the time, would you like to tell me who your favorite League of Legends character is in game in terms of mechanics and abilities, and when it comes to lore?
Okay, so I'll put them into 3 categories. I think that's better. But in terms of mechanics, I would say Lee Sin is the most fun because
Okay.
yeah, he doesn't really scale that well. He's more like a utility bot later on, but his early game, ward jumps, he's like, oh, never mind, game started.
I am still curious about what your favorite
Okay,
is
but
in terms
you know
of
what? We can still continue because I don't think a lot of action's gonna happen regardless.
Okay.
So lore-wise, I would say a lot of people like to disregard this, but I think Thresh has some really good lore.
Thresh.
Yes, Thresh, because people think he's just a edgy.
Oh, this always happens when a pause takes place. Don't worry.
Alright, okay, that's fixed. Yeah, so basically, I would say Thresh has pretty good lore. People dismiss him because, again, like I said, he seems like an edgy, typical mastermind type character, but he was actually behind a lot of the things that happened in the Dark Side. So there's this gank onto mid lane, Vega gets a good cage off and gets one stacks. Actually, speaking of stacks, I found out recently that Mono did not know that Vega stacks every ability. So
Okay, you don't have to out me like that. Like, it was an understandable mistake. My belief was that every single minion or creature killed with Q caused Vega to stack. It's a reasonable thing to like follow. It's a reasonable thing to follow.
I mean, well, he still does stack with that, but he still stacks with the rest of the abilities as well, apart from first one.
And now that I am enlightened regarding that knowledge, I am a better man for it.
Exactly. We learn, we get better, but there is gang going
Trouble
towards the
brewing in
Aatrox.
the horizon. And by
And
horizon, I mean top.
Aatrox is also away. So no harm, no foul here.
There
Of
might
course,
be some harm here because they seem to be going to crash. And Lil Nas's deck seems to be dead!
oh, that was a very, very heartbreaking misplay to see from Mordekaiser. He did not, he tried to go away from, directly backwards from where Aatrox hit his chains, when he should actually go sideways, exactly perpendicular to it. So, a bit of a mechanical mistake from Mordekaiser. So, I believe Aatrox is still having the upper hand in this matchup, which is pretty good. So, in team fight, he's going to be an absolute monster. Of course, Jinx is getting heavy poke down onto the Vayne here.
This Jinx needs to be stopped. Purely because of the respect that she's demanding in the lane that she's playing right now.
He's like, oh, and Mordekaiser has altered the Aatrox here, and Viego.
And of course, the Viego is coming to finish the job! And he finishes it!
And he does, and this is pretty much, every top laner's worst enemy, right? A good jungler who camps their lane, you're like, oh.
A jungler
Jungle
that
death.
capitalizes the situation.
Yeah.
Of
I wouldn't be too worried if Silas is getting flamed.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Of course, my heart and soul will always remain with the shy boy. It seems I have a bit of a crush on him at this point.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's 2024, man. You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
Exactly.
And of course, Red Side going for a dragon here and being interrupted by the very demanding Jinx. Who knows which really is to pan out.
Alright, AD Mutu actually took the most dangerous route out there. Oh, and there is a flash cage with 2 people hit.
And this is the Viger tech that everybody's expecting. And with that, this is going to be 3 whole kills. Then the Slash is safety. And the stroke does not want to stop.
I mean, the hesitation there is what caused Viego not to get the kill. He would have easily, if he altered way before. But again, what I'm seeing here is a lot of mechanical misplays all the way around. But not really sure what red team was doing there after the dragon was taken. They were mostly like spectators at that point. The better thing to do was just push out mid lane, go bot, push out that lane, and just get gold, get experience yourself, right? Because you're not guaranteed anything if you're just sitting around near dragon. And of course, like they're already a bit behind. So a bit curious onto the decisions that they have been making here, but regardless of that, blue team is actually doing very well. Blue team is doing very well at the moment, with the only weak side being the Mordekaiser. Of course, he has required multiple ganks from the Viego, which has worked out. And would it be possible to see how much stacks Viego has now?
I should be able to click on him and see.
75 stacks.
Stacks on Viega.
Oh, alright,
10
not bad.
minutes.
Alright, so Silas is here for a gank. Will anything happen? No. If Brom had his level 6 there, they could have actually gone in for an engage, but they took triple
make a call here and ends up winning.
Of course, I mean that's typical Vladimir gameplay. But still good that you identify the kill angle and got it. So
Why can't I do that as Vladimir? That's a real question.
I'm sorry, Mal, but as we say in the industry, skill issue. How we get good kills. Because Viego is here for a gank, but Silas is also here. I think Viego might go down here if the... Oh, never mind, Viego just taking back and... of course, but here we can see that the red team bot is actually taking quite a beating.
Oh, that touch by Penny is just beautiful.
Yeah, he had the better gaming chair for that, so...
I've only seen that kind of dodges from Korean players, I'll be honest.
Oh man, I've done those too as well, and you see
I've never seen you do a cool dodge like that, like inches away from the skill shot.
I might have to remind you who the League of Legends sensei is. Later. Alright, anyways, red team is gonna get, I think, all 3 drops from here, so there was a potential tower dive by blue side towards bot lane, but Vayne identified that early on and actually backed off, so a pretty smart move from here. She's gonna lose XP, she's gonna lose gold, but at least she won't die and give off gold. Exactly, so pretty smart play from Jabin.
But the gold deficit is slowly climbing up and up and up, and eventually it's gonna have an effect here. And Brom might be in trouble here, but nope, blue side backs up to save.
Of course, right now we can see that, there's an ult by Mordekaiser onto Aatrox. We'll squeeze this out, though. Just flash Q and Aatrox squeeze it out. Oh, beautiful. Jinx rocket lands and...
beautiful combination of one securing that kill.
Of course, and the most skillful Vega I've seen all week.
Hey, I won't stand for this Vega slander, okay?
Actually, Model, speaking of this, right? I can see that you played the characters that very difficult to play in terms of landing ultimates. Garen, Veigar, Nunu.
No, you can't complain.
I'm not complaining. I'm just stating facts. Oh dear.
I throw my glove down against the ground, sir, and I challenge you for hand-to-hand combat.
What? Nunu versus Nunu?
Oh god, no! Don't even joke about that. Anyway, our team seems very stable here, and of course, it's a support versus support moment in mid.
Yeah, and Miles is gonna run back. Of course, across the board. Oh, Manu, you need to change Milio's placement on the scoreboard. Got confused there for a second when I saw Meteor mid.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's but yeah, there is actually a CS gap in the mid lane. I mean, almost 23 CS. Yeah. So the thing here is, right? Vladimir means love to farm, right? The more items they get, the stronger they get. So if what's his name? Deathwish is farming as well as he's a kill. He might be a big problem in team fights because he has already shown his proficiency on the champion with a really good tower dive. But okay, cool thing here. So red team is actually trying to collapse onto blue team doing the repair here. There might be. Alright, will Apex not here? Yes, they and let's see. Okay, Mordecai is unfortunately pulls in 3 of the members of the enemy team, which allows them to destroy.
Secure, but the support runs to safety, and that was.
I don't think he will be allowed to.
Okay.
Oh no, he is. Okay, I mean this typical Milio games with the. But again, right, a critical mistake by the Mordekaiser, as usual. I think I mentioned it earlier. Being the weak side, he should not have pulled in the ulting Aatrox into his own team. Like he pretty much helped red team get onto their backline. So a lot of mistakes. Exactly right. So a bunch of mistakes. I hope that he cleans up his game as goes on. But yeah.
AD Mutu seems to be throwing his abilities out quite a bit.
Of course,
One of the biggest problems that I face as my domain is the mana, lack of mana. But I guess with Seraph's on his side, he feels a little bit more.
Okay, hold up. Aatrox is trying to look for a kill onto the Vega, and of course
the Vega he stopped him on his tracks.
Of course, good cage, and he is gank onto the Vladimir. If they get it, of course, the tower is down. They might actually get a kill onto you, but Diego system.
Yes, it's
very unfortunate actually. That should have been a kill onto the
side.
Yeah, onto either Mordekaiser or Diego, but unfortunately that doesn't happen.
But the excitement of yesterday's game, I understand why you feel this way.
I mean, of course, but not to say that this is not it's a boring game. Like there is still action going on, but there's a lot of how do you say this? You can see the difference in between, like the skill tiers of the teams that play this game.
The levels, how much they're willing to push
exactly,
themselves.
Right. Surely, I mean, of course,
the Aatrox, no fear in place, the team is second up. Of course, Nasusal, but no prevail. He will still die by the hands of who will find out.
Because they give the kill to the jungler here, and Wayne dodges the Jinx rocket here, and there's another gang going on to the Vladimir once more. Will they finally? Because yes, I mean overall, Diego is actually making much more happen in terms of jungling compared to the Silas, which is pretty good. So, and his stats reflected. He has more farm. I believe he's one camp ahead of the Silas. He might actually pick up the red buff here as well. But overall, I believe red team has identified that Mordekaiser is the weak link as he faces TP as well, because this TP achieves absolutely nothing. He could have just walked back lane because they were saying he's going to push towards him, so another summon spell burnt by Lil Nas X here. But overall, yeah, sorry, go.
Lil Nas X has been a bit of an unfortunate streak when it comes to top performance in tournament.
Of course, definitely. I hope he manages to bring his game back to tip-top shape. But let's move the discussion away from that. And as a Diego main, I would like to first of all comment on Stroke's itemization choices here.
First and foremost, Diego main. No. That's a disgrace. I'm a Karen main. Purely to piss people off. Second of all, I will admit it is unorthodox. So, to my side at least, so Vaiga to immediately go for the left and then jump into a Rabadon step cap. I myself would go for a few more effect-based items before I decide to maximize my AP. And also against a team that has a high health margin, your execute is naturally more effective compared to lot more other matchups that he could go against. So considering all of that, it's an odd choice, but if it's a choice that ends up working for him, that'll be great.
Alright, and again, Mordekaiser is caught out as per usual. Fortunately here, Viego is here, try to Mordekaiser here, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, and the collapse is great from blue team, and they get a triple kill for Jinx. Okay, so very well played.
Beautiful cleanup from
Oh, it's a contra kill. Okay, that's actually pretty insane. Yeah, this is gonna set up Jinx for team fights going on. I think he is looking to buy. I'm not really sure what item that is. Yeah, so here they used okay, so there's a lot of I think there's a lot of back and forth going here, like meta games wise, because the blue team actually knew that Mordekaiser was playing weak side and they used the target team. As such, they played into that by letting the blue team, so letting red team actually go on the Mordekaiser and then just collapsing on them afterwards, which secured the contra kill for Jinx. So it was nice for them to identify that.
Sometimes the team play that these teams shows terrifies me.
I mean, of course. With that, we can see that Aatrox has actually gone for Profit Hydra into Serpent's Fang. I mean, yeah, there are shields on Milio, Veigar, and Mordekaiser. Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, the administration is honestly fine here. Not too shabby. But yeah, earlier what I mentioned was that Viego usually nowadays do not. Oh, that's big damage by the Veigar. It's one kill.
Viego seems to be in a very safe point here. Maybe I shouldn't be critiquing it right now. He's enjoying it from the looks of it.
I mean, of course, right? If you could check his stats again, I believe he should be at least at like 200.
Absolutely,
he is almost at 200.
One away from
Let's
200.
Let's say we predict those.
Oh
no, they can't. Unfortunately. Alright, so a small issue here. I'm not too happy with the Jinx going rapid fire cannon as a second item. It severely reduces the damage output. I would say, honestly, with the item read that she got, she should have invested into an Infinity Edge regardless.
They actually became back for Baron, but
I mean, Red side does not know that this Baron is going down. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do anything with this. Baron call is honestly fine. I don't know why exactly Red team didn't have this boarded out, because as every support should know, after 20 minutes you should always have a board on Baron. And again, this is an oversight by the prompt here, but I mean, I guess it's fine because the waves are actually pushing into blue team, so they're not going to be able to make that big of a impact with the Baron buff here, so it's going to run out for the most part. But yeah, again, what I wanted to mention was that Rapid Fire Cannon, not the best itemization choice that Jinx could have gone for here. Like, there were many other items that she could have gone. Phantom Dance if she really needed it, but Infinity Edge 100% should have been the go-to item with its buff. The Vex Shield would have been a menace in team fights. But on the side, I mean, that's really only the issue I have.
Yes, the match has concluded, but of course, we will keep the results on the down low until the stream concludes naturally.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, until here we can still, I want to see Vegas, okay, no one gets caught by the cage. Luckily, seems that, man, Jinx is actually posting very aggressively. It's very nice to see rather than just sitting back and being scared.
She is giving hope to every other ADC who is in the backlines crying for Mami when they get jumped.
Definitely. I mean, good play overall. To say with blue team actually pushing in red team, this might
no fear in their hearts.
Of course, definitely, and they might be able to get both mid and bot team hits if they play this correctly. Yes.
Is it just me, or does it look like Red Team has already given up?
I mean, they should be looking for angles here, and Brom does go in and out, but it's a bit too late. And so the issue here is right, Red Team actually gave away a bit too much space after Baron was taken. They should have forced in more waves before they disengaged. So macro oversight by them, which they might.
A lot of respect for the Jinx in this match as well. With everybody like keeping their distance and immediately backing off the moment they get auto attack.
Of course, I mean Jinx is playing extremely aggressive. He has silence ult the Jinx and does get the sudden onto it. Okay, Vladimir gets a ult on 3 people and will matter. I'm not even sure. Vayne is still alive here actually. Will she get the clean now? Unfortunately, not.
Lil Nas Smoke is just doing this. Lil
course,
Nas
I mean-
the man that people doubted from the start is somehow here at the end game here.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like it was just pressing on here, but
I love my
still.
underdogs. Okay, I love my underdogs.
I mean, surely, of course, I massive respect. I mean, they still turned it around. I told you right even earlier. Red team did get the lead, and I've seen teams throw leads that have gotten early on. Oh no, is it blue team actually that got the lead? I'm not sure. Might be mixing up things, but still.
Blue team ends up winning.
Definitely.
Yes, massive congratulations to the victors of this game. Of course, Team Awaken. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Oh, okay. We can see Mano's Garen stats here.
A little bit of inside information that I did not intend to happen. Apparently, the first split has started, and they've decided to. Of course, best. Why does it say best rank 3? I climbed to silver.
No, I'm sorry, Mano, but that's just probably you being delusional. But of course, still, you can see these are the stats of a Giga Garen player.
I hate you. I absolutely hate you.
What can I say?
Of course, either way, the massive props to both teams here, especially Hentai with Senpai with AD Muthu on the side, and a Team Awaken with Deathwish on the other side, Deathwish Sentry. Both sides showcase immense talent here, but of course, AD Muthu's team end up coming first and foremost the victor of the match. So, what do you think so far as to what happened, Meza? Do you have any closing thoughts?
So overall, if you look at the match as a whole, I believe Viego actually played it pretty well. He had much more map presence than the Silas. Of course, I mentioned earlier Silas, not a strong jungler at the moment as the meta does not favor him. Not really sure why they picked him in the first place. That was not good. Other than that, top lane was winning for Red Team, but eventually, after laning phase ended, the mistake that happened where, Red Team overcommitted on the Mordekai's that was not even worth 150 gold, cost them the entire game. So that was very unfortunate. One mistake gave a Jinx a quadra kill, worst possible thing that could have happened, but, that's how we win games, we lose games, right? So.
Who do you think is the MVP this game? Who do you think did perform the best out of every single person?
I believe I would have to give it to
the Jinx. The
Viego. Yeah, I mean Jinx didn't do anything, right? She just got to auto attack from a safe distance while no one was there. Viego actually infected him and used Mordekaiser's weak laning presence and to get kills, and he was the driving force behind the blue team's success.
Don't worry, Penny, hear me out. I have your back, okay? I got your back. I saw what you did. You're the MVP in my heart, but in Meza's heart, it's Viego.
I mean, that is how it is. I'm an easy player, man. I'm not gonna. I would usually love to be biased here, but nowadays, ADCs, unless you make a massive outplay or if you don't really usually get MVP. Just how unfortunate that is.
Keep your thoughts to yourself. We don't want this kind of negativity here. Anyways, all jokes aside, thank you, Meza, for showing up to showcase your views on how this game went, and of course, spouting knowledge as well. All of us appreciated it. and we are about to end stream for today. Thank you so much for joining, and of course, Hentai with Senpai, amazing performance. We will call it a day for today. Next time when we are streaming, you will basically see Team Ascent versus Yakuza Esports, and that match might end up being a doozy as well. And after that, you will see semi-finals happen with losers round 4 as well. So all in all, it's gonna be a fun time all around. So do keep up with the IGF schedule. Do keep an eye out for these streams, and we hope to see you later. Bye bye, y'all. Mesa, say bye.
Bye.
Nice people.
Adios.
Bye.